Hello, welcome to Laura in a Minute, and today we're talking about Pioneer Girl. Now, when Laura sat down to write her books, she did not just sit down and immediately write everything just like it appeared in her memory. In fact, she'd been writing quite a while before that, and a lot of editing work went into the books. And the first stage of that was writing a manuscript she called Pioneer Girl. Now, this is a first-person manuscript. It was meant to be a memoir, and while there were some notes that were supposed to be just personally to Rose, it was written mainly with an eye towards publication. Now, that means this is not meant to be the truth-telling of her life. This is something that she thought her story was interesting enough that she could get other people to buy it. And she used it as sort of a resource when she was expanding those tales into her series of the Little House books. Now, it's been around for, well, people have known it has existed almost since Laura fandom started. And it has been available easily from the Herbert Hoover Presidential Library and Museum, who had it in their Laura Ingalls Wilder, Rose Wilder Lane papers. But even though pretty much anybody who was a serious researcher had a copy, you had to know that it existed, you had to knew that it was in the Hoover, and you had to request copies, which copies were set by the National Archive at Washington, D.C. rates, which the last time I checked, that meant 50 cents a page, but you copied yourself for a black and white copy. It was more expensive if you had somebody in the archives do it for you. So it was really a great thing when Roger Lee McBride said that the Little House book, the last missing manuscript, was going to come out in 1984. I remember being so excited waking up January 1st, 1984. It was coming out this year. Spoiler alert, it didn't. In fact, there were a couple other times when it was almost published and then didn't. And so when they came out and announced that the Pioneer Girl publication had been delayed, I figured it was just one more thing. But they did actually come out with this. This is the most well-sold book that the South Dakota State Historical Society has ever published. And if you don't have a copy, you really should. It's Pioneer Girl. Get it from the South Dakota State Historical Society Press directly or any one of the Laura Home sites.